Welcome to another night with Yonks cast in the world of BioShock. I love doing the last video so much. I thought I would do another video based off the BioShock series. This one's a little bit more canonically accurate. I don't know why the upper part of my brow is blue. We'll find out together, though. So, I'm sure you're wondering how this goes. I'm wondering the same goddamn thing. Let's get started here, guys. Again, we're going to make a cocktail. This time, full disclosure, it's going to be a vigor that I don't use that much in-game. And I will do a playthrough here eventually. But the vigor for tonight, I'll see if you guys can guess. The vigor for tonight involves a little bit more green. So I'm sure you've all played BioShock Infinite through. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you're only watching this if you've played any of the BioShocks. And one of the most useful, yet a little... What's the word I'm looking for? Not overpowered, but it's not as satisfying. For me personally, but one of my most useful vigors in all of the BioShock world is possession. Now, possession has many different uses if you've ever seen it. I might try and roll some clips here. We'll see. It makes your enemy fight alongside you. Not too different from the Imperious Curse in Harry Potter. But what does the possession vigor look like? Well, we're going to be starting off with a whole lot of green. I can tell you that right now. We got our mixer. For possession tonight, we'll be using our green apple schnapps. Now, I've already heard the end of this, you know. Yeah, what are we in middle school again? Oh, I guess high school. Did you guys see that? I might have already had a possession cocktail before this. Here's our green. Let me show you guys how this turns out. Look at that. Now you probably can't see it too well through the blue. In fact, I might have to turn off the blue for this. We got this really pretty green. Let me just move this. You see that? Beautiful looking green. Let's get a little bit more darker in there, you know? For those of you who didn't know, apple schnapps make a great mixer for cocktails. I had no idea actually about apple schnapps before this endeavor. And let me tell you guys something. If you love sour apple, this is the mixer for you. So let me tilt that camera down a little bit more. With that, we have some handcrafted local vodka. We're just going to put a little bit in there so we don't dilute the color too much. And for those of you who did not know, the symbol of possession It was a real bitch to find this. I can guarantee everyone here. Now, the original recipe had me using beet hearts. And I, like anyone else with common sense, was like, beet hearts? That sounds like it made my heart skip a beat. Let's go with that. So instead, I got us the next best thing. Boom. All right. I'm going to get some of the background decor for this, because this part, it's going to blow you away. I went out of my way to do this. Okay, come on, guys. I got a few more Big Daddies we're throwing in the mix today. We got the Rosie, we got Subject Delta and Sigma. I don't know if I can fit all of them on, so I'm definitely going to get the Rosie here. You can't have Bioshock without a Rosie. Right in the middle of our possession vigor. But what tops this off? I want you guys, if you want to make this at home, please don't only just remember the recipe, but take into account what you got to do for this. I don't know if this is a smart idea. Actually, that's a really stupid idea because I can already feel my fingers freezing. Hold on. Hold that thought. This is going to be a little bit more interesting than I thought. I'm going to turn that music down in the meantime. That's a little loud. Alright, guys. I'm an amateur YouTuber, not an idiot. So, I'm going to try and do this the right way. No guarantee, though. See if I can use this. If I look like an idiot who doesn't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm an idiot who doesn't know what I'm doing. Alright. Now to get that special plasmid look. Oh. Now to get that special plasmid look, you gotta go a little bit of the extra mile here. I'm sorry. Excuse me just a second. This is how people get their hands frozen right here. The impatience. There we go. All right. And here we have it. Topped off with a bit of dry ice. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Possession. Look at that.
Cupid guards secrets and possession delivers to lovers in flame.
To take control of your foes and enemies. And have them fight for you. Possession. An evening in rapture wouldn't be complete without a beautiful entree to go along with it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, when you're under the sea, red meat's not really an option. So I opted out for the no more steak this time. Octopus was good. But it got me thinking. Do the working class in Rapture eat octopus? Maybe. I don't know. But what's that quote from Rapture? When you're broke in this town, you're not living anywhere else or whatever. Well, our drink's just about ready. Look at that. Beautiful. Of course they sell it to you in blocks though. So I got 2 really big blocks of dry ice. I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to do with. But that's not the point right now. The point is to enjoy and really take everything in. But if you're working class in Rapture, well, you're probably going for something else that is a little bit more common down there. Up north, North Atlantic, what do you think those people are eating? I wouldn't say fish every night. In fact, dare I say, fish would probably be a little bit more expensive than what I got in mind. But I do have a certain type of fish. Now this should shock nobody. Fish would be a big part of it. And since we loved the smoked salmon last time that we had, it was hard to say no this time. So salmon would still be a bit of a delicacy down in Rapture. While they are known to go into the ocean, salmon are more of a, I wouldn't call them a mid-Atlantic fish. But look at this beautiful cut. Ignore the bangs. Of North Atlantic salmon. Very smoky, very oily, fatty. I don't have any crackers this time, but I don't think you need the crackers to enjoy a bit of smoked salmon. It falls apart in your mouth just the right amount of salt. The pepper, it complements it fantastically. So when you're down in Rapture, I imagine that smoked fish, while maybe it's not as common as just regular fish, would still be one of those things that you could go to the market down and, say, the farmer's market. Maybe Fontaine Fisheries, get yourself some smoked salmon. This whole thing is still frozen. We're going to have a sip of our possession cocktail. Oh, wow. I can promise you guys, if you've never had dry ice in a drink, it elevates it so much. It just makes it feel more clean, smooth. I don't want to say it's like drinking a popsicle, but it's kind of what it feels like. Now down in Rapture, I'm sure they know what they're doing, but here, it's a little different. But on top of our Rapture cod oysters, I got the cheap stuff, admittedly. Now, I've had this caviar. I've had the real caviar, and I've had this caviar. The difference is, the real caviar is creamy, buttery, smooth, lightly salty. This caviar is abrasive. It's cheap. It was $12. It punches you in the face, but it gives you a good idea of what it tastes like in general. So this is the caviar I'm going to be using. Give me a second, guys. I gotta wash my hands. Actually, should I even? Whew. We're gonna take a dollop of our caviar, just like this, right? of the cheap stuff. We're going to put a few chives on there. I'm one of those unusual people who actually choose their oysters. It's a big mistake, honestly, but... What oyster would be complete without a little lemon? Right fresh from the farmer's market. I don't mean the actual farmer's market, by the way. I mean the BioShock farmer's market. All right. And of course, what oyster would be complete without a little sriracha? Just a dot on there. And there you have it. Oysters that would probably find their way right onto Andrew Ryan's plate. Let's give it a little taste. Wow. A lot better than I was expecting. Let's see if I get a... In the wise words of my friends, and the words of Ryan Gosling, don't let him see you eat or your feet. I just had one. Super good. You actually thought I was going to do that on camera? You're twisted. All right, guys. I would call that a success. Very good meal. Blows the octopus out of the water. Now, would it be a meal to make Andrew Ryan happy? You would kindly hope so. Anyways, guys, this has been my second take on the world of BioShock. I love doing stuff like this. We'll get back to ghost hunting, but it's nice to take a nice little break from it. Plan for more ghost hunting stuff, like I said, to come in October. Until then, we'll do some random fun stuff, because we can. Until then, guys...